Growing up, I always knew I wanted to be a chef. I think it was due to the fact I was obsessed with food. I didn't eat to live, I lived to eat. So when I was assigned a project in kindergarten, which made me choose what I wanted to do when I grew up, I immediately chose chef. At that time, I just wanted to be a chef because of food, not from my cooking ability. But over time, my passion for cooking and wanting to be a chef grew, and then in my sophomore year something happened. I didn't want to be a chef anymore. At this point I felt very lost. Not only did I still love to cook, but I still loved food. But for some reason, thinking about being a chef when I grew up just didn't seem as interesting as it did before. Time passed, and I still didn't have any field that caught my interest. Then, one day, my cousin, who's a radiologist technologist, decided to come over, is when I found my field. She asked me the big question I've been avoiding. What do you want to major in when you graduate? Of course, my answer was, I don't know, and that's when she suggested her field. I wasn't that interested at first because I never wanted to work in the medical field to begin with. My first question to her was, what in the world is a radiologist technologist? She went on to tell me a radiologist technologist are the medical personnel who perform diagnostic imaging examinations and administer radiation therapy treatments. They are educated in anatomy, patient positioning, examination techniques, equipment protocols, radiation safety, radiation protection, and basic patient care. They may specialize in a specific imaging technique such as bone densitometry, MRI, etc. Registered radiologic technologist, known as RTS, must complete at least 2 years of formal education in an accredited hospital-based program, or a 2 or 4 year educational program at an academic institution, and must pass a national certification examination. To remain registered, they must earn continuing education credits. Radiologist technologists who perform imaging examinations are responsible for accurately positioning patients and ensuring that a quality diagnostic image is produced. They work closely with radiologists, the physicians who interpret medical images to either diagnose or rule out disease or injury. For the images to be interpreted correctly by the radiologist, the image's examination must be performed properly by a radiologist technologist. The next question I asked her, and quite an important question I may add, is how much does this field make? She told me it all depends on where you work and if you decide to specialize. If you don't decide to specialize, you may make around $60,000 a year. However, if you do decide to specialize in something like magnetic resonance technologists, which are people who are specially trained to operate MR equipment, can be making money around $100,000. And the cost of schooling all depends on where you decide to go. I then went on to ask my cousin, who goes by the name Destiny Elias, on why she decided to choose this career. She said she chose this career because she finds the images produced from the x-rays very interesting, and to see the internals of a human body fascinating. She also told me the thing that's most challenging for her is pushing the mobile x-ray cart to patients' rooms for those who can't be moved, as the cart wasn't made for tall people and is strained to the back. The thing I will find personally challenging is properly positioning injured patients without giving them discomfort. Ever since my cousin's visit, my interest in this field grows each day. So now when people ask me what I want to major in, I have an answer, because I do see myself going into this field, and I find the whole thing really interesting.